Now the third one, the double bar graph. So this is the double bar graph. We are representing the double bar graph by showing the two set of bar. When we are showing the two set of bar, if suppose we are talking about the subject, then this is our science, this suppose the computer, and this suppose the maths. So we are see, when we are showing this the two set of bar, that should be of the same thing only. It means what the science, then this is also what science only. We cannot connect the science and the maths together. So here this bar graph, when we are having a two set of bars, so that is known as the double bar graph. And remember here how much space we have left, the same space we will leave here, same space we are leaving here. So we are leaving the same space when we are drawing the double bar graph, and it is useful for the comparison of the data. So when we have to compare the two data, suppose this is your marks of PT1 and this is your marks of PT2. So now here we can compare the marks in which we have got the PT1, it is how much improvement is there in all the subjects. Like this we can compare and we can see what is there. So remember what PT1, here we have drawn this line, that both should be shown with a different type of symbols. We cannot draw like this both. If we are drawing like this, see both the bar graph, both the double bar graph, what the same we are having. Here also same thing we are representing. Nothing difference is there in this two, only the value difference is there. So we cannot here clarify which is the PT1, which is the PT2. So this is the wrong. When we are representing the double bar graph, so they both should be the different. And remember this one, and this one, this is representing the PT1. They should, all the three should have the same symbol should be there, means same. If you can fill the color here, if you are filling the red color, then this all three, the red color should be there. If you are drawing this lines here, the same lines we can draw here also. If in this we want to draw the, if we here we can put the dots. So what we have to do in the other also, we cannot do like this. Here we have put it the dot and here we are not putting the dot, that is also wrong. If here we have put it the dot, and everywhere we have to put the dots in all the three. So this is known as what? The double bar graph. Now we are moving on the other one. So this double bar graph. Now we are talking about the frequency. What is the frequency? If any number it is given, so many numbers are given. From that numbers, if any number it is representing the maximum number of times, that is known as the frequency. Suppose it is given 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 6, 2, 8, 2, 7, 2. Suppose this numbers they have given. We are talking about here what? Frequency. So in the frequency, if see here 2 is coming how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 is coming how many times? 5 times it is coming. 5 is coming how many times? 1 time. 5 is coming how many times? 1 time. 6 is coming how many times? 2 times. 6 is coming how many times? 2 times. 7 is coming how many times? 2 times. And 8 is also coming how many times? 2 times. So which number is coming maximum number of times? See, 2 is coming how many? Maximum number of times? 5. So this 2 is the frequency because this number is repeating so many times. So this is known as the frequency. So that the this all is known as the frequency. That is the different thing we have already talked, which is the coming maximum number of time, that is known as the mode. But here leave that one. Sorry for that. Frequency means what? We are writing the numbers and how many times that number it is coming. That is known as the frequency. So 2 is coming how many times? 5 times. 5 is coming how many times? 1 time. 6 is coming how many times? 2 times. 7 is coming how many times? 2 times. 8 is coming how many times? 2 times. This all is known as the frequency. That how many times that the number is coming. So total number of. So how many total numbers are there? We will count this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how much? 12. Here also we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 11 and 1, 12. So 2 is coming how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 3 is remaining. This 3 we haven't counted. That's why the mistake it is coming. It is coming how many times? 1 time. So here how much total number will come? 13. So this is known as the frequency. The number which is coming how many times, that is known as the frequency. So here we will write the definition of frequency. Frequency gives the number of times data particular entry occurs. How many times that number it is coming, that is known as the frequency. Now we are after frequency grouping the data. So when the data it is coming and when we are making it in a group, that is known as the grouping the data. We are making the group. Suppose in a class 48 students are there, so we are making what? 4 groups we are making, or the 6 or the 5 group, that is known as the grouping. So in that grouping we are having what? The class interval we are having. So suppose we have made the group 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 22, 30, 32, 40 and 40 to 50. We have made the group. This is what we are making the group here. Suppose 48 students are there, and in that we have distributed the paper. So in that test, these are the marks of 50 marks paper is there. So here we will write from 0 to 10 how many students are there, from 10 to 20 how many students are there. If we have written from 0 to 10, only 5 students are getting the marks. Okay, 10 to 20, 8 are there, 20 to 30, 15 are there, 30 to 40, 20 are there, and 40 to 50, how many? 10 only students are there. So this is known as what? Writing the number of times it is coming, that is known as what? The frequency. So here we have made this group of the students. So total how many students are there? 10, 30, 45, 50, 58 students are there total. So here this is the group that we have made here. So this is known as the interval. The 0 to 10 is called what? Interval. This is known as what? The class interval. So 0 to 10 is the class interval, 10 to 20. This is also 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. This is all known as what? The interval. In this interval, if suppose we are taking 0 and 10. So in this 0 and 10, in this class interval, this 10 is known as the upper limit, and this is known as the lower limit, which is written on the left side, that is known as the lower limit, and which is written on the right side, that is known as the upper limit. We are talking here, this all is known as what? The lower limit, and this all is known as the upper limit. So this is the lower limit and the upper limit. Now the size, we are talking about the size or the breadth. In the size or the breadth, what we are seeing? We are seeing that in this lower limit and this upper limit, we are seeing this class interval. So in this class interval, what is the size? From 0 to 10, what is the size? The difference we are seeing, how much difference is there? 10 difference is there. From 0 to 10, how much size we are having? 10. So if we will start from here 0 to 10, how many numbers will come? 10 numbers will come. So size or the breadth will come how much? 10. See everywhere how much difference we are having? 10 difference we are having. This 10 difference what we are having here, that is known as the size or the breadth. Now one more important thing, if we are If suppose we are drawing the bar graph or any graph we are drawing, so when we have to skip the numbers, here we know that whenever we are drawing the graph, here what it is coming, 0 it is coming. Starting point is what, 0. So here if suppose after 0 we are writing what, 20, then 22, then 24, 26. Here we are writing what, 1. Suppose we are writing here 4, 8, 12 and 16. See, when we are writing this one,